Yes, I'm enjoying sailing into uncharted or poorly charted waters. No one seems to have one complete map of the Deadfire. When outsiders come in, they're greeted with a map that only has a few places listed on it, with a lot of unknown areas. While I don't particularly care to be the one who maps out all of the Deadfire, I do like exploring and finding unknown places. I think I actually prefer this life to the static and lonely life I led at Cadnua. Shoti is with me, and it is really nice to have such a lovely young woman share my bed with me. Unlike Cadnua, my home is wherever we sail. I sort of feel like I am always at or nearby my home, to be honest. This is the gift of a captain's life, I suppose. But I've always sort of been rather nomadic. Cadnua was the first time I settled down in one place for such a long time since leaving home back in Ried Saris. I was always on the move after that, first with the army and then with the master cipher who trained me. It was only once I reached the Gilded Vale in the Deerwood that things were set in motion, with me becoming a watcher. After that, I didn't fully exist to just take care of myself and live how I wanted to. I had people that depended on me, so I couldn't just pack up and leave if I didn't like what I was doing, or where I was living. Now, my home moves around with me, so I just move my home when I don't like where I am. I've gotten over the dislike of the sea, and I've learned to enjoy it. So yes, this is probably one of the better times of my life, despite facing the end of the world. The fetid vegetal smell of decay alerts me to the swamp before we stumble upon it. It extends far into the distance, overgrown with ancient trees and vines. Solid patches of ground are few and far between. Crossing the morass will likely demand many miles of arduous travel. I guess let's keep going ahead. Forge ahead into the swamp. With patience and some careful maneuvering, I managed to keep myself and the others out of the stinky morass and on dry ground. We come upon a particularly boggy stretch, surrounded by dense trees with not a single patch of dry ground in sight. With no way forward but through, I forge ahead into the bog. I'm startled by a chorus of moaning voices. I spin around, searching for the source, but the moans seem to come from every direction at once. This is a little creepy. Through the trees I spot a narrow deer trail. I may be able to get free of the bog that way, but there's no telling where it leads. Head for the path. Through the trees... Okay, let's see. Who's the best survival? I guess Adair. With some quick thinking and a good guide sense, Adair leads us safely to the path. I pause to catch my breath before forging on, but don't have long to rest. The moaning grows louder and closer. We're surrounded. Looks like undead. From all directions, huh? Well, at least two directions for now. Adair, get this one coming up. What's dead? The undead are dead. Oh, there's something to the west of us.
Let's go.
The skeletons are easy to bring down.
Yeah. Got it.
Just like, oh, that's the stuff.
And something else?
You be owing me that drink, Maya.
Take him down.
Oh, this one's disgusting. Spitting vile pus at me.
That's me too.
Rot gas slinger. Oh. Adair's got a couple over there.
Another attack, Cap.
No, they're coming from the west. There's a lot of them. We might get... I don't want to get overwhelmed here. We might get overwhelmed. Okay. Where's Ishi?
Let's go.
Just like that.
See you, me too, man.
Oh, it just kind of melted
You owe
away
me
there.
that drink, Maya.
Well, this may be the last one. Let's take it down.
I'll light the darkness. Oh, good.
Ugh, gross.
Lost the light.
Well, that wasn't so
All
difficult.
this chasing after Aethys. It's brought back memories of the Saints' War.
Tell me.
Just how scared everyone was, mostly. Everybody put on a brave face, made all these claims about what they'd do when they met a god in battle.
Heh.
There was no sadder sight than a group of us talking big, trying to outdo one another. Even the fella that led us, he used to say he knew all these different ways you could kill a god, if you were so inclined. Of course, at night he'd grind his teeth so hard it sounded like he was chewing rocks. In case you were curious if he really had it in him.
He shrugs. Boudica couldn't stop me, neither can Aethys.
See, when you say it, I'm more inclined to believe it. Or at least to believe you believe it. Point being, the prospect of facing a god makes cowards of most all of us. Now, here I am again, on my way to meet Aethys.
His eyes flick upward, either a gesture towards the Dawn Stars or an eye roll.
Some ways I feel the same. Edgy, sick in my gut. But it's different this time.
Stakes are higher, if you can imagine it.
Might be because of you.
It's half muttered, spoken not quite in my direction. Huh. How's that?
We haven't gone to pieces yet, for one thing. At least not on the outside.
No?
You could have let it all end back at Cadnua, or even Gilded Vale. But you're still going, even knowing where we're headed. Haven't forgot who you are.
No.
Maybe you're not the most genuine of souls, but you've been in the right when it's mattered. At least the way I see it. There's part of me thinks we aren't gonna make it out of this. When I get to thinking like that, it helps to remember how you've held together. What do you think? We gonna survive all this?
He asked it with a smile, but it fades fast. Believe it, I'm not done living yet.
Whether or not I believe it, I like it just the same. Yeah, I go back and forth myself. Every time we see one of those big footprints, it reminds me not to get too excited. There's a good chance we die out here, halfway across the world from anywhere I ever called home.
Adair's eyes trace a nomadic path as he looks at our surroundings, seeming never to find a comfortable place to settle.
But if I can face it like you, maybe it doesn't matter.
He gives me a quick nod. Some of the tension in his face seems to recede. It's been good having you along.
I mean it. Don't know where I'd be right now if you hadn't come through Gilded Vale that day. Something else I wanted to ask you. It's about a Lava's boy.
What is it?
Well, I was thinking. He's out there, all on his own.
Yeah?
Didn't seem like there was anyone even noticed he left to join that cult. I expect if he's left as he is, could be things don't end well for him. I thought, maybe when we're done with all this, if we make it out, I was thinking maybe I should go back there. See if there's something to be done.
He studies my face for a reaction.
You got any thoughts on that?
He does need someone. I think you should try.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'd feel right if all I did was to leave him the same way I found him. I guess I might be staying in Deadfire a little longer than I thought.
The both of you can leave.
Anyway, time being, we got our work cut out for us. I'll tell you what, though. I'm not one for big promises.
He puts a hand on my shoulder and looks me dead in the eye.
But I'm gonna beat up as many people and monsters as it takes to get you your life back. You got my word on that.
Thanks, Eder. He smiles with one side of his mouth and gives me 2 heavy swats on the shoulder that reverberate up and down my spine.
Huh? Right.
You know, he's
I've got
definitely
it.
one of my most needed party members. His advice is good. He's very level-headed as well. And he cares about people. So,
Got someone in my sights.
somebody, another one's coming? Yep, another one is coming.
Take him down.
Just like that.
Gross. Sound of all that liquid exploding. That's really disgusting.
Sure.
All those guts exploding. Okay, I think we can... It really smells here, and it's wet and gross, smelly, and there's undead guts on me. Let's get out of here. Okay, well, it seems to be 2 different places, one to the west and one to the southeast. Let's go to this tower ahead of us. I find a ruined tower rising up from the top of a low hillock. The wood and stone structure is stained by oily smoke residue, and a smattering of masonry is spread out from the tower's base in a wide fan. It seems to have suffered from some kind of explosion. Search the location. 4 hours pass. 3 potion of deafness. Keep searching. 3 hours. Flint and tinder. Keep searching. 2 hours pass. Some glaive berries. 2 hours pass. 3 agate. 3 hours pass. Potion. 3 times potion of spirit shield. Okay. Keep searching. There's a ship out there. 4 hours pass. And find a selection of rare potions crammed onto a shelf. Potion of merciless gaze. Search every inch of the tower. There's nothing left to take. Well, what is this? I don't know what it is. Looks like catacombs? Forgotten catacombs? A lush, narrow valley lies below me. I spot an overgrown stone structure built into the valley's side in the distance. Before the stone structure spreads a broad field peppered with ancient plinths and mounds of cracked stonework. As we move closer, discover that the stone structure is actually the entrance to a crypt. Though the doorway is thick with mud as damp as sweat-slick skin, we continue down into the dark. I have no idea what we're going to face here, but odds are it's not going to be nice, and there's probably going to be some more undead. In fact, that swamp could have had... This could be where the undead came from, that swamp, actually. Skeletons lining the walls.
Ready to brawl?
What is that? It's an ogre, but it's undead. I've never seen such a thing.
Let's go.
Good job, Adair. That thing won't last long.
Right between the eyes.
Is there more? A vampire. More undead coming around the corner. Okay. Take out my... That's Seraphim. This is me. Take out my sword. I'll meet the Dargle.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
Vampire here. Another ogre. They surrounded us.
See that, Ishi?
Take him down.
Moe, Ixie,
Okay. Seraphin. Seraphin's hurt, I'm hurt.
No good.
Just like.
Another attack, Cap.
Yeah, they're all falling.
Oh, good.
Me too.
Moe, Ixie, on us.
Need something stronger.
Just like that.
Let's go.
I'll be cleaving it to the brisket.
Quite a bit of fighting here. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is where the undead came from, so
I've got it.
we found the source. What's this? Reckless Brigading.
What
Things
do you
that we can
need?
sell.
What for, Cap?
Sapphire.
Huh? Right.
It's quite the fight. They were no match for us, though.
On it.
Okay, let's continue forward. I don't know if we cleared the whole place out with that one battle or not, but there's a lot of them. What's this? The soil here has been disturbed recently. I don't see anything. Oh, what's in there? Okay, so that's probably going to harm us when we try to go in.
Enemies
Let's
ahead.
look for other things outside of it first before we try going in there. Hey, another one of these Dargles.
Ixie, on good.
Me too.
What's this?
Something I can do?
I've got it.
Gold? Okay, so let's go back. There's only one place to go, and that's in here. Oh, it's a nice diversion from being on the ship all the time. But I just wish the diversion wasn't so disgusting. Hey! Can we... Let's destroy this thing.
Another attack, Cap.
There's a trap right to my left.
So help me God, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me.
I'm not doing anything. Okay. All of us get out. I will stay in here. I will disarm this trap.
Will do.
Okay, it's disarmed.
Right.
Okay, I'm almost out of it. It wasn't hurting me. I'm not injured. I don't feel hurt. Golden Swole, hardtail. What's this? Shouldn't there be a trap here? Golden Obol. And potion moderate. Okay. Well, that wasn't so bad. I thought it would be a lot worse. But there might be... Let's go back the way we came, because there might be traps on this side that I missed. Okay. Time to leave. Hopefully there's not something we missed. I don't know. I don't think so. No one spotted anything. Looks like something was spotted here, but I didn't see it when I was in there. Okay. Well, I can get through it best. Not that I want to go back in this room, but Seraphin saw it. Okay, here it is. Scroll of Kalikos Minor Blights. We don't really use scrolls. Awakened root. That's odd. My cat followed me in. Right, keep going, keep going. No one's taken any injuries, so it's... We did very well. Time to leave. There was something to the north of here. It was another grove of fruit trees. Island name. What was, Grave. Graveyard Island? I'm not sure. But it's just called Grave Island. Grave Island. Actually, that's alright. Oh, yeah, we forgot the fruit. Get the fruit and then we'll leave. We're naming a lot of these islands in like the Deerwood, Riade, Saras type language, so you won't see too many. You'll see these occasionally mixed up with the Guana names for their islands. Vailian. We're eating the aged shark meat. Let's see. So we've finished the fruit, but we've got more fruit. Let's just put that back. Pahohe nuts? What do you call that? Palohe nuts. Palohe. Vegetables, we can add that into there. That's probably good for now. We're kind of going towards Tikawara. Where did I want to go, though? I wanted to go Matora Okozi. I don't know where the Wahaki are supposed to be by. Oreo Koiki. Oreo Koiki. Could it be there? It's an unidentified island up there. No, it's way up north. That's really far away, actually. But Tikawara is closer. I suppose we can just go there. Tehiwai Islands. Wanna... Captain Thenic. He has a junk. And the biggest ships out there. Bounty Tahe. Okay, we got him. Ondare, the Siren Flamewalker of Asali. So, I don't really have any other bounties. Unaffiliated. That's kind of like... Oh, there's Tikawara. We did make it to the island. Okay. I thought this was an island before Tikawara. Well, we can go and explore the island. There's supposed to be lots for us to do here. I think that we're to explore the area around Tikawara. I think the Vailians want us to do something. Perhaps, let's see. Poko Kohara. Learn about Poko Kohara in Tikawara. Edsra of the Royal Deadfire Company believes that the Vailian Trading Company is setting up an operation to mine luminous Adra on the island of Poko Kohara. He wants me to sabotage this operation, preferably without bloodshed. I will do that. So, Edsra didn't know the exact location of Poko Kohara, but the inhabitants of Tikawara, an island southeast of Nekataka, might know the way. Okay, so it's not even here. But there's lots on this island, though. Lots to go see on this island. So, We also have, do we have to find Harama? Can be found in Tikawara. We have a missive to deliver. A Rautalian soldier and friend of hers, Maya. Maya's carrying a missive, okay. Maya's with us. Sorcerer and a gentleman. We're looking for signs of Romaro. Head to Sayuka. That was, that's to the north, is it not? Yeah. I think it's north of, is it not north of Nekataka? Mapping the archipelago, Tikawara. Explore the islands around Tikawara. So we have to go and explore further. Bikarna's Folly. Travel to Bikarna's, that's what that Archimere wanted us to do. We're actually really ticking off all the work we've been given. We probably will come across more things here to do. But we have to find, what's the name of the person for Courier's Calling? Harama.
Ship! I am saved!
Huh? What, ships don't often come here? The dwarf fans himself with a dish rag. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Sweat colors wide crescents on his shirt. He looks at me like a drowning man would look at dry land.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Vailian trading company sends no one. Unless...
He squints at me, dabbing his brow feverishly with a corner of the rag. Oh, they hired me to find an expedition. I take it that means you?
Perfetto. You come not a moment too soon.
With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at his sleepy ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another, as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. I follow his gaze, see what he's looking at. He isn't fixating on anything in particular, but his eyes widen with unease whenever one of the island Amawa draws near. He flinches and clears his throat.
Governor Alvari would have told you that we were searching for Luminous Adra in Pococohara.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
He knots the rags in his hands, pulling it taut.
Or didn't know the way himself and was just trying to impress the outsider.
Mai winks down at Ishi.
Ugh, this is a terrible place.
He frowns up at Maya. Go on.
The captain was meant to return. We swim in hostile waters, Huck. Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hot northeast of that pitiful market.
He nods towards the gutted hull of a ship. Rana was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. Okay.
I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party.
He nurses his stomach and winces.
I'd say he's one clove short of a bulb.
A cozy for my staring. It is unusual to see one of the locals so outfitted.
He glances up and down at Maya, mostly up.
More unusual than a dwarf with no sense of direction.
Dare nods in agreement. Seraphin strokes his braided beard beneath a quiet smirk. Thoughtful, Shoti rubs a knuckle along the edge of her jaw. Vector isn't a Vailian name.
Argrun. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the Republics. But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place.
He dabs at the back of his neck as he glances around. I imagine the company will pay a bounty for word of the expedition.
Ach, did they not explain when they sent you?
He purses his lip, but waves the matter aside.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
He nods, the first signs of relief showing in his red-rimmed eyes. What has you on edge?
When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more.
The ghost of a smile flits across his face. You were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Per complancanet, music and ale are medicine for the soul.
He pats a hand over his heart and gives me a sheepish look.
Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
He wipes a fresh rivulet of sweat from his temple.
After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
He coughs.
But in the early hours, our lookouts Ruano and Anaharu disappeared together.
Go on.
No one from the village approached us all day. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
Perspiration gleams on his forehead.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned Nari?
The priestess. She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
He fans himself even more rapidly.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her.
I need supplies.
The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers.
Oh.
Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
He gives me a weak smile and shows off his wares. Well, we know where to go if we have, we need food or anything. There's nothing really here that's, you know, I suppose we can sell. And that'll probably be it. It does come to quite a bit. Wow, 88,000. Quite a lot of gold.
I must watch the supplies at the trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Well, I suppose so. Let's go explore this village and then the island after. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.